All right, guys, good morning. I'm going to open up this morning with kind of a question that sets the tone for our text this morning. So that question is, have you ever had a group of friends who have been at odds?
Oh yeah, we play odds all the time.
No, not the game odds, but let me ask that a different way. Have you had two friends that were fighting? Has any of you been in that situation?
Yes.
Perfect. How did you handle it? You left it alone?
Neutral.
Yeah.
Stay neutral.
Anyone get it? Try to help them figure it out and get them back on their good side.
You can just walk away like, I don't really want to be part of this.
I kind of stayed out of it because they would like gossip about each other behind the other one's back, and if I got on one side or the other, I might have gotten punched in the face. I decided just to kind of stay out of it.
Like just leave them alone, then all the friends are just mad at each other and they don't speak to each other.
Okay, so like 95% of the room here just said, we're walking out of this. My hands are
You
clean.
want to get punched.
You don't want to get punched? What kind of fight were you in?
My friends get really violent. They're like if they hear that someone's been talking about them and they found out that it was one of the people they hang out with, then like one of my friends, she kicked a boy in the shin because he was gossiping about her, and they get really mean sometimes.
Okay, we're gonna have a talk about your friends then. Okay, it's interesting though that we did have one person here who would try to help figure that fight out. Which takes us to our text today. So in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verses 18 through 20. And I have a couple different translations open. I'm gonna read from the NASB, okay? And it reads, "Now all these things are from God, who reconciled us to himself through Christ and gave us the ministry of reconciliation. Namely, that God was in Christ reconciling the world to himself, not counting their trespasses against them. And he has committed to us the word of reconciliation. Therefore, we are ambassadors for Christ, as through God we are making an appeal through us. We beg you on behalf of Christ, be reconciled to God." What does that term or that word reconcile mean, or reconciliation?
I think it means kind of like the process of becoming right again, like getting back into a right relationship. So you kind of, like in the case of when friends are fighting, you would try to have them talk out their differences and then, make up and just kind of put it behind them, and then they would be reconciled.
Anybody else? I mean, Katie basically gave you Webster Merriam's definition for it. The word reconcile or reconciliation is to restore a relationship between two parties. Okay, so here in our text it's saying that therefore God has reconciled with us through Christ. What do you guys think that means?
I think it means that through Jesus' sacrifice, cleansing us of our sin, we can have a right relationship with God, now that sin is out of the picture.
Sounds to me like gospel.
Yeah, our little acronym for gospel, right? God, our sins, paying everyone life. Okay, so God, our sins, paying. We're talking about that paying aspect, and that's what we're talking about. Okay, God reconciled. God restored that relationship through Christ, who paid that price, so we can have a relationship with Him. What does it mean, though, to have a reconciled relationship with God?
Dedication, prayer, and word.
Dedication, prayer, and word.
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness.
Faith,
Faith.
worship,
worship?
It means showing God that you actually want to be in a relationship with Him. Because reconcile means that there couldn't be a relationship, and then afterwards you want to have a relationship. So like it's doing all the things they just said to show God that you want to be in a relationship.
So intentful action. I like that. Okay, and really the last question I have for our group this morning is this. What do you think it means that God gave us the ministry of reconciliation? So our text said, and He gave us the ministry of reconciliation. So what do you think it means that He gave us the ministry of reconciliation? This is part A of this question.
I think it means it's like our job to show and to tell everyone the gospel and to tell them that God did reconcile our relationship with Him.
Anybody else?
I think it pretty well matches up with what we learned at Dare to Share, with what Katie said about the gospel. I think that really matches into that.
Okay, and then part B of this question, and really the heart, the foundation of what we're talking about this morning is this. How do we apply this concept to our lives? How do we apply being an ambassador for this reconciliation process?
And like we just did Fair Share, we go out and we tell people about it. I think that relating specifically to this, it's very important to explain to them that we couldn't have a relationship with God with sin, that somehow sin had to be removed, and that's why we had to have reconciliation.
I think adding on to that, like in the booklet from Dare to Share, is just having that at least 15-minute worship time and prayer time and reading your Bible on the daily and just showing that you want a relationship with God and then going out to share.
But I think the biggest thing is when you go out to share with your friends is that circle that they had up there, the pray, pursue, persuade. That really ties into the friend. I thought that was a great way to be able to reach out to your friends. And with that said, we can use that to be able to help them in their bickerments and use that as a gospelizing tool.
Yeah, absolutely. Ministry of reconciliation is just what you guys have talked about this morning. All right, it's where we intensely try to restore a relationship between a person and God. And that lead-in example this morning, where we kind of set the foundation for our conversation, highlights how most people think, right? We tend to stay away from conflict because we don't want to be looked at as, oh, well, you're taking their side. Well, when we're talking about spiritual warfare, we do have to take a side, right? And Christ came to restore our relationship, right? Hunter's relationship, Katie's relationship, Taylor's relationship with God. Okay, so we are called to take a side. And I think that's one of the important things we have to realize is saying we were given a ministry when that relationship was restored, right? The Great Commission, as you go, make disciples. As you go, share the gospel, share the good news. And so I'm going to close this in prayer and really just leave this as an open-hearted challenge, okay? What way can you this week, even maybe today, be an ambassador for reconciliation? So please join me in a word of prayer. Father, Lord, we thank you that you were willing to reconcile a broken relationship. And Lord, while the cost was high, you had a heart of love and willingness to pay that price. And Lord, I thank you that the life that you've promised, the eternal life, starts now and lasts forever. And Lord, that is through trust and acceptance for the price that you paid. So Lord, out of thanks and in the heart of worship, we praise you on this day. In
you're holding them, you pray,